Today we're going to continue with this bedroom.
An abandoned house is the big mission. La 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 la.
And we're going to start by gluing the paneling that we cut in the previous episode. This paneling is medium density fiberboard with a wood effect and it's gorgeous. To put it on the wall, you need to make some battens that we've already prepared, fit the paneling together, and then apply the adhesive to the battens. This adhesive is the one we used for the cobertine panels in the bathroom. Finally, we add a few little nails and that's it. Today we're going to continue installing the intermediate drywall. We're going to put in an LED strip that we have over there to see how it looks when it's lit up. We're really excited about it and we're going to install the floor. And with this, we're going to leave this bedroom looking pretty amazing. We're really looking forward to seeing it finished. The first thing we need to do here is measure how big we need to make the plasterboard panel. The beds need to be 100. The bed is 90, but we're going to leave it at 100 because sometimes with the blanket with the comforter, it adds a bit of thickness. And well, leave a little slack so it doesn't end up super tightly packed in there. What is this called, Mom?
Fluorescent.
We put this fluorescent light up here where we used an extension cord so we could plug it in. And wow, what a difference. We couldn't see anything before and today, well, it's not raining, but it's a pretty cloudy day. How cool! Wow, when it's painted white, it's going to look really cool. But here we need to put a metal trim on this side and on this one. Sure, imagine if someone stands up and kicks it. I'd like to paint it white, but it's silly to paint it white without finishing it properly.
It looks bad because since it's kind of an off-white color, it sort of matches with...
Yeah, it doesn't look lacquered, it's just the right size. We've lined it up because look, here's the line. We have the strip right to test it.
I'm going to look for it, let's see.
Okay, let's find it. Will it fall if we let go?
Yes. Hey, come on, let's see. Oops.
He struggles with contact. He's not very social. Wait, let me get you. Okay, in any case, I'm going to turn these two off.
So it gives more impression. Wouldn't you be able to do it quiet? We're doing very well. Oh, where's the light?
Oh, that's so little.
Because it's not turned on here. There it goes, only half turns on.
Wow, what a failure. Well, it looks nice for you, for what you can see.
Yes, it's not much. We need a stronger one.
Yes, it has to be stronger, because if not, you won't see anything. Okay, the concept is looking really cool. It's just that this LED strip doesn't light up much.
Check, lower our blind, not the other one.
No, we can't. It's electric.
Oh, that's true.
No, but you can see a little bit. If I stand here in the middle of the window, maybe...
I'm just saying, because if we put it on the wood, maybe the distance is so much that that's also why it doesn't... No, but look, this strip doesn't light up at all. It's not enough. We need to find one that's more powerful, but wait.
I have this here.
You can see more, right? A little bit.
Not too much. Not too much.
It's off. You can't see anything.
Now it's off. Wow, it's an LED strip.
Let's see. Now we're going to give it some direction.
Yes, look. Unlit, unlit. The difference, as you can see, well, this is basically the concept. And it's that the LED strip gives the bedroom that finishing touch it was missing. Because it's true that sometimes we don't consider indirect lighting, we just go with regular standard lighting. No, just a light fixture on the ceiling and that's it, but indirect lighting really gives rooms that special touch. It's incredible. In fact, in the dining room, the lighting we've put behind the wood looks so much better than the ceiling light itself. It's not just that it looks better, it gives it that nighttime vibe. Luxury! These are things that aren't usually taken into account, but you really notice them when they're there. Alright, let's screw it in. We've installed it with just 4 screws for now. We'll add more in the future, but for the moment, we've only used 4. Because we don't know if our hand will fit in here to put in the LED strip. Or if we want to keep it accessible, we could just put it here on the profile. But to put it here, it will have to be pretty powerful because it won't be facing that way. But if it ever burns out, we could easily take it out and put in a new one. So let's put in those 4 little screws in case we need to make any adjustments when installing the LED strip. We also weren't planning on finishing it off yet because we need to buy a metal corner piece for here. In case someone, kicks it, bumps into it or whatever, it needs to be super sturdy because in the end, this piece is floating. It's not a big piece, but it should be something like this, floating. So if someone hits it hard, the corner won't break. We're going to put a metal profile on it, and that way it'll be more protected. This system is the same as the one in the apartment. I don't know if you remember. Only in the apartment, it makes an arch here and another arch here. If I did it again in the apartment, I'd do it like we did here, not like we did there. We put the wood pieces attached to the wall. Here I would also put them like this and in an arch shape, and I would make the arch with plasterboard and screw it in. Because in the apartment we did it with polyurethane foam and we glued it, giving it thickness with a second layer of plasterboard. We glued 1 layer of plasterboard, then added another on top with an overhang for the LED strip. And it looked really cool, but honestly, installing it was pretty tedious, and this way I find it much simpler. We have a little problem here, and it's that we don't know where to put the plasterboard panels since we can't put them on this wall because they would cover the door. We can't leave it on the floor over there, and we can't do it here either. So by elimination, it has to be on the one we just fixed. I've already mentioned this before, but we finished this part here without laying the floor first because my mother and I were here for a week. Therefore, if we started by laying the floor, we would have had to let it dry for 2 or 3 days. And we wouldn't have been able to finish everything we've done, so that's why we decided to leave. If you notice, these slats are placed here, the height of the floor plus a little more, so we can install the floor later. That's what we'll do today since it's our last day working on the transformation here. We'll be able to lay all the flooring, let it dry, and the next time we come, we'll continue with this room by smoothing the walls and pretty much finishing it. And this has been the reason why now, on the last day, we're going to lay the floor so we face the problem. We have the plasterboard sheets here because they're for the ceiling and these here, and since it's really hard to work with such large sheets in this area. No, there's no room to twist them. We have to keep them in the same room, which is terrible for us, to lay the floor. What my mother did was reinforce this part here, the part that sticks out, so that this part isn't left hanging. So we're going to move all these panels to this wall here, where we only have a margin of 4 centimeters, so now we can line it up properly.
Perfectly, just a few fingers width.
So that's what we're going to do now.
You can't leave the room here, you have to stay here until the end!
We have them all now, but it took us some effort, come on. It was really tough.
It was quite a challenge.
To put them there, so we're never going to move them again.
Well, just move them to put them in place.
The sun has suddenly come out. How wonderful.
Let's eat here, okay.
Wow, it feels so nice. Oh, when the sun comes out, please, it feels so good. Oh my, I brought a napkin.
Yes. With the break, we'll get lazy, then continue. Every time we relax?
Yes, but if it's sunny, it's different.
I'm already tired today. You can tell it's Thursday.
Yes, well, a little bit, but we've had worse weeks, Mom.
Yes, we've started off pretty easy, honestly. Putting up the ceiling guides and installing the decorative panels. Today's going to be tougher.
Yes, today is going to be tough.
Today will be harder since the ground is tough to work on, crouched down like this. I'm dreading it!
Yeah, it's going to be pretty tough today.
Oh, we have to do it.
Today you're in Geppetto mode.
Give me a little hug.
Wow, she's suspicious since she hasn't come in a while.
We bought kitty treats.
Look, she doesn't want it from the hand, huh?
Wow, look at that. I love them. Black cats really are beautiful. She's the old Pelusa. I don't know if you remember, but the owner told us her name was Negri. Oh, it was Negrita. Or Negri? Negri or Negrita. Now I can't remember.
She's so beautiful.
It's been a long time since I came. Oh, she's so pretty, so pretty. Let's go ahead and put this one in place, and then we'll measure the one next to it, because we think, it's going to be harder to line up these two. So we're going to put them in almost at the same time. We're cleaning all the tiles because if you let it dry and then try to clean it later, it's much more of a hassle than if you clean it right away. So we prefer to spend a little more time leaving it nice and polished now rather than having to remove mortar later, which is such a pain. Lift it up, let's see, press it, okay, and now up there? Yes. Okay.
I forgot since we hadn't used it in a while. Let's check if it's the right size, unless I messed up.
Let's see. This one is already set up nicely. If you want, move the stick. I put it here so we don't step on it.
Perfect.
Great, you can put it on that one if you want. And I'll put it there. Mom, can you tell the time without looking at the clock?
Well, I don't know. It must be 12 o'clock.
12:15. We're so eager to see this room finished. But really, the thing is that today we have to leave. In fact, we're heading back home. And of course, we won't be able to lay the floor until the end because otherwise we won't be able to get out of the room. We're going to have to do a somersault to get out of here. We'll leave everything kind of shaky, but not completely finished because we'll also have to smooth the walls since they still have textured paint, which I hate most. If we can pawn it off on someone, then we'll pawn it off on them. Here we have to place one more and then we go back to the beginning again, placing this one. We make this one to measure according to this one and these two whole ones, and we have to do it like this 2.5 more times. It's actually not that much. I already have the piece cut, the one that goes right next to this one, and the next 3 pieces, which are those whole ones. But we'll eat and then make more mortar because right now we're pretty hungry. Let's see how things are going. How's it going, Mom? Plans have changed after all, haven't they?
Yes. We were going to make lentils, but I realized we were out of red and green peppers, so we'll make noodles instead. And I'm going to chop up the bread with the chorizo I was going to use for the lentils, so it'll taste like chicken chorizo or chorizo chicken. I know you love noodles, so I think this change of plans worked out better, right?
Yes, of course, that's true.
I was in the mood for something you eat with a spoon like lentils. That's fine, maybe another day.
Some spaghetticinis?
Noodles.
Ah, noodles.
The noodle is flat, but spaghetti and noodles, they taste the same. But I like the flat one more.
Well, we've done more than half the room, huh? We've broken a barrier, the halfway point.
1.5.
1.5.
And here it nearly fits, right?
Step by step with neat handwriting. The other day I ran into some followers and they asked me if it was true that we did it ourselves or if, when I stopped recording, someone else came and did it for us. I thought that in the videos I explained the whole process, so there couldn't really be any doubt that we did it ourselves. Because I record for hours and hours, so there's no way someone could come in at any point to do it for us. Because I'm recording all the time, and no, I obviously didn't say no. I mean, I wish I could say right now, wow, come over here and finish the job. But no, unfortunately, we have to do it ourselves no matter what. Of course, I thought she was joking, but no, she told me seriously.
They pretend and then do nothing.
It's true that on Instagram there can be a little bit of doubt, right? Because of course sometimes I see Instagram videos of girls doing things. They're about to screw something in and suddenly you see a bunch of hair, so I say, oh, that's not her arm. There might be a little bit of doubt on Instagram, but I think on YouTube it's very hard to pretend that you're not the one doing it.
I think it's really obvious.
That's what I was saying, that I really wish we could call someone and say, wow, can you come and finish this, please? We finally reached the last one. Oh my goodness. It seemed like we were never going to get here. The truth is, when you've been working for so long, well, for so long all day, there comes a moment when you say, wow, do I need to use double gluing or do I need to put this on? Do I need to put something else on? Because you're already a little tired and fed up, but in the end, all the effort, that's it, all the effort, this extra effort shows because, for example, the tiles, taking the time to clean them so everything looks polished. It really shows later, as soon as you remove all of this. If you have to clean up all the cement, it's not the same as just dust, just to give you an example. As cleaning cement, which you have to do with a special product. Anyway, it leaves quite a bit of residue, so it's worth it. Investing a bit of time is understandable, especially when you're tired and at the end, well, you end up doing things a bit worse than before. Then in the morning, first thing.
I'm already very tired, but it's just that this is the last one and we're done.
This porcelain tile is spectacular. Besides, apart from the fact that I love the color, it also has a little engraving, like small pebbles and such. Well, if I had to choose again, I think I would pick this one again. So clean, so clean, so clean. We hardly ever sweep it because, of course, every day there's dust and dirt. It's ended up a bit low. See, it never fails, it's Murphy's Law. Well, and now yes, we've got this. It turned out amazing. We'll just be missing one tile and a tiny piece that fits over there in that part behind the drywall, but don't tell me. If the room doesn't change once the floor is in, it's amazing, and well, once the ceiling is up, and just look at the transformation. Oh my goodness, it's amazing, I love it. I'm so excited to put in the two little beds, the light, the ceiling, and the rest of the white walls. Oh, I can't wait, I think it's going to look amazing. My mom is already finishing up cleaning the tools. With all this, we're going to finish for today, we'll clean up, I'll start editing, and then pack our bags to leave tomorrow. But wow, Mom, we got a lot done, huh?
I think so. We can be happy with what we did, right?
Well, from 1 and 2, huh?
These 3 days, really, it's been non-stop, huh?
But really, honestly,
There's only a bit left to do in the room.
wow. Seeing the finished smooth walls and ceiling?
Phew, oh my. You see, next time we come, let's see if we can get it all finished.
I find it pretty incredible that in 5 days we've built the wall, we've closed off the roof, we've made the decorative wall, and we've put in the floor in 5 days. Have you counted them? This week it was 3 days and last week it was 2 days.
Oh, right, including last week, okay.
Of course. We plan to stay tomorrow, but since it's Friday, we'll hit a lot of traffic. Because since our villa is in a different province from where we live, well, everyone gets off work earlier. Anyway, Fridays are horrible for driving, so I don't really want to get stuck in a lot of traffic. So, well, we'll have a relaxed breakfast, pack up all the tools and everything, and then we'll head home. Yes, actually, we thought about writing to my Aunt Marie and going to have lunch with her on Friday to celebrate, well, life. To celebrate life. If she's available on Friday, then we would go to one of those sushi buffets, because during the week, since they have a menu, it's cheaper. Because this New Year's Eve, we also have a lot going on with the rooftop, so, well, we'll rest a little, mostly too. Because our backs are sore from laying the floor, so yeah. That's all for today. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. Because with your like, you help us a lot to create more content. And we'll see you very soon in upcoming videos. See you soon.